Well, there was a parody thing they used to do on the Amanda Show on Nickelodeon that was like...
That was after my time.
yeah, maybe some people on the stream. It was called Moody's Point. That's what it was, and it was a soap opera parody that they would do on the Amanda Show on Nickelodeon.
What was the Amanda Show?
It was Amanda Bynes before.
Oh, that! Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It was like, because it was after all that, I think she got, it was,
like Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, so a bunch of them got their own shows, and it was a sketch show that she would do.
All that, when I fell out of watching Nickelodeon, it was, I think all of that was new, and I think the most recent Nicktoon was Real Monsters. And
kids shows like have such a brief shelf life, so you can have like just a slight age difference with someone, and it's a completely different experience.
Yeah, like when I was a kid and watched Nickelodeon, it had like You Can't Do That on Television, stuff like that, which was great. But also they had this 2-hour block on Saturdays, maybe sometimes during the week too, and it was called Special Delivery, where they would just show random shit.
Like that Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that Beauty and the Beast one that Phelan did, where it was like anime and it looked like a cat, and it was part of like a series called like Grimm Fairy Tales. There was a lot of those. Like there was like a Brave Little Tailor one and a few other. There was a Rumpelstiltskin one from that same company, and so I remembered that when Phelan. I recognized it right away from the box cover because I remembered like Beast just laying their face down dead. Like in it. The only thing that I remember that was different was like I had forgotten that it was only like a half hour long.
When we found that VHS, we hadn't seen that. We just saw that romance cover looking jacket for it, and like that was hilarious. Like I wish the rest of the movie looked like that.
Someone said I'm 48 years old.
And no, John, I'm kidding about Chloe.
If I remember enough about Special Delivery, I might be 48 years old. Yeah, they would show like TV movies and shit too. They'd show like a Lassie, like they showed that this wasn't a TV movie, but it might as well have been. It looked like one, that Jimmy Stewart one, where the movie was so bad it was like Jimmy Stewart's last live action movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, fuck this, I'm retiring. The Magic of Lassie.
Lassie.
It was called The Magic of Lassie, and it starts out, they live on a farm, and it starts out with Jimmy Stewart singing. And then this rich guy, lives in the city, is like this fucking billionaire, like evil mustache dude, looks kind of like a bald Vic Morrow, pulls up and instantly recognizes Lassie as being like one of his former colleagues who like ran away from home, and he recognizes this by a number tattoo she has on her neck. And he's like, this is my dog. I'm taking her back. No! The kid's like, oh, no, Lassie! Get the dog in the car. Put the dog in the limo, slam, drive away. And the rich guy is like, hey. And he says to Lassie, he's like, Lassie, that's a dumb name. I'm giving you a different name. From now on, your name is Heather Bell.
That's your slave name, Lassie.
That's why he looked like Vic Morrow.
Lassie's like, damn, B, that's
cool. That's cool, B. And it's like Lassie runs away, and it's just about Lassie like making her way from this rich guy to back home on the farm. And like the kid also runs away to find Lassie. At one point, Lassie befriends two like drifters. One of them's Mickey Rooney.
Of course it's Mickey Rooney.
It is, yeah. The Mickey Rooney's on the box cover for it, just hugging Lassie, like, ah!
Fucking Mickey Rooney.
You're the best dog in the world!
Mickey Rooney was the one in that, Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel, right?
Oh, Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. Yeah,
he protested the original one.
Yeah, but he did this one, where he played a character named Pedo.
Oh yeah.
Like,
right.
Oh yeah, I was getting actually a lot on that. Like, actually, it's like short for Geppetto, so it's P-E-T-O. I'm like, one, I referenced that in the episode. Two,
there's no way they didn't know.
Yeah, it's like, whether it's a T or a D, it sounds like pedo. Like, someone's going to call someone a pedo and say, wait a minute, is that with a D or a T? Go on,
There was a Lassie episode where he gets amnesia.
Nice.
Where this was one that it was like one of those shows where they talk about shows that they used to do, like, I don't know, on VH1 or something. Anyway, they were talking about this, and they showed some clips of it. And how they do this in this show is Lassie is hit by a car, and he's standing there after that's happened, and the kids are like, "Come on, Lassie, come here." Show the dog from behind, doesn't turn around. Lassie, come here! He doesn't know who we are! No!
I remember this.
Lassie has amnesia.
I remember that. I've seen a lot of Lassie because Nickelodeon showed it all the time. And they would show Lassie and they would show Jeff's Collie, which is what it was before Lassie. And that wouldn't be funny if, like, that's because you know how Ed has that thing where he stops watching a show
when they have amnesia. Yeah,
that's when he stops watching Lassie.
It's like, Lassie got stupid. It was fine before now.
Jumped the shark. There was an episode of Jeff's Collie where
Jeff's Collie, is that a Lassie ripoff?
No, it was actually before the Timmy episodes. And I think when it was originally on, it was still called Lassie, I think. But then in syndication, they renamed it Jeff's Collie. Really? It was just another kid owned him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so there was an episode of that. I mean, it was practically the same show. It was just a different kid. And
the other kid got too old, probably.
Probably. I think that's what it was. Like, this is the 50s we're talking about. Like,
any kind of kid show, though. They're like, you're getting older. We need another one. Bring in the next kid.
Yeah. Well, they replaced the dogs. They rename the dog every time they replace it.
It's just a different breed every time. I don't know about this guy.
That's what they did to Tequila. He is not a French Mastiff.
He was a different dog, wasn't he? That was still called Tequila?
Yeah, on the reboot
he wasn't
series.
Supposed to be the same dog as before.
I don't think so, because from what I hear about the Italian reboot, like, it's like it's kind of the same story. Like, Benetti moves to Italy instead of LA.
So is he supposed to be like the same Benetti, or this is just rebooting the series with a different dog?
I don't know if it ever references anything from...
Hey, any Italians in the audience?
Yeah, can you tell us this?
Have you seen the pilot of the Tequila and Benetti Italian show?
No, there was an episode of Jeff's Collie where Lassie was going blind, and Jeff goes, "No, give her my eyes." And like, so Lassie's going around. He doesn't. Like, they do like a surgery on the dog. So Lassie's going around half the episode with bandages around her eyes, and then they take it off, and Lassie's looking around, and you see like this POV blur shot, and then it comes into focus when she looks at Jeff, and like runs towards him. Oh, Lassie!
With the gauze around his eyes. I'm a talking Lassie.
You can talk? But why?
Oh, Phelan is on the chat too.
I don't make the rules.
Hi, Phelan.
Benji flew a plane. He's the best dog.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the stream about this. There was a TV show for Benji, and if you guys don't remember Benji, it was like the poor man's Lassie. He was what kind of dog was he?
A mutt, just like a...
No, he was an Ocelotsom breed of some sort, because I used to have a dog like that. But anyway, it's kind of like Lassie, but more boring. And they had a TV show that was called Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince. And
Lloyd, no.
Oh, no. And it was about Benji, which, by the way, the Benji movies are just a normal dog that does dog things. Like Lassie, he'll go on adventures or have adventures with the family or something like that. But in this, An alien boy crash lands on Earth with his robot sidekick.
Of course. Yeah.
And Benji teams up with them, goes around while the kid is chased by alien hunters who want to capture him, who have apparently captured and possibly murdered everyone on his home planet.
That is classic Benji.
Classic Benji. As you would think with a Benji plot about aliens and robots, there's an episode where he's working for a farmer, and there is an old World War II plane on this land that belongs to the farmer but can't fly anymore. So he's repairing this World War II plane, and he's riding there's like a horse on the farm, and the horse's name is Sugarfoot. Like, Sugarfoot! And the alien hunters show up, and they're always in this, like, nondescript van, because the show's budget was, like, $2. So they're in a van, and they're like, there's the kid, let's get him! And then as the kid's trying to get away, Sugarfoot comes in to help, and neighs, and goes on its back feet. They hit the horse with the van.
Oh no!
They hit the horse with the van, and it's shot as hilarious as you think. And then the horse's leg is injured, so they take the horse back to the farmer, and the farmer's like, if he can't stand up, he'll die. We can't get him to a vet, so we're gonna have to put him down.
Oh. No, Paul, give him one of my
legs. So basically, they're gonna shoot this horse, and the kid's like, wait. What if we repair this plane and get the horse on there and fly him to the vet? And they're like, let's do it. So when they're on the plane, through dumb circumstances, the robot is flying the plane.
Of course.
And they get locked out of the cockpit. It's just the robot and the dog. And the robot gets turned off because he's got a dumb off switch. And so the robot is useless and the plane's going to crash. So they have to talk Lassie into flying this robot to the plane. They're like, Lassie, you see these controls in front of you? And the dog's like, I shit you not, the dog flies the fucking plane.
Because at this point in Benji lore, he's still got Chevy Chase inside of him.
Yeah, just to point out, in Heavenly Dog, Chevy Chase overwrites Benji's soul and becomes Benji. By the end, this is not corrected, so Benji is Chevy Chase, and he flies a World War II plane.
Yeah.
All within, like, 25 minutes.
You could probably, somebody out there with a bunch of glorious free time could probably take that and just take audio of Chevy Chase from random different things and probably make something out of it that would kind of make sense.
That would make a much better Benji series than Benji's Axing Alien Prince, because it was shot on cheap video.
Of course.
From the early 80s.
Someone said, I feel like I'm in a 2013 midnight screening with the quality. Joke's on you. Those are still shot with the same camera. Although he is technically right, because back then it was shot in SD. Same camera, but SD quality. I'm going to, apparently a couple of people left some $100 donations.
Yeah, this is top of the hour, so.
Someone wrote to me to promote. If you if you promote $50, anywhere between $50 and $100, I'll send you an email throughout the stream. And
someone's really mad about Sugarfoot and Benji.
Someone's really pissed off.
They said Sugarfoot sucks Lassie's dick. Sorry, I was just distracted.
Dog versus car. That's why Lloyd ran off.
Yeah, so talking about dog.
I wonder what the lag time is between when they wrote, what the lag time is on the actual stream.
What do they want us to talk about? He was like, you guys talk about the dumbest shit. Like, what are they expecting? Like,
we're usually
your debate here?
Really waxing philosophical in here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have, Justin Weber says, I don't have anything of myself to plug, so I'll go promote a great independent author whose book I just recently finished.
Okay.
His name is Matthew Rossi. It's a supernatural horror story where some people are able to summon whatever they can think of. So you have an evil Odin having a brutal battle with Santa, and a woman defeating a Shoggoth with the power of Gem. She was outrageous, truly, truly outrageous. Great book, huge recommendation. So that's by Matthew Rossi.
That sounds
there you
great.
go. I am going to go check the $100 donations and bring someone up via phone.
Coolio.
Hi, Lloyd. I said hi and he recognized it.
There you go.
Where you going, Lloyd? He's gonna go hang out with Brad. He knows Brad's cooler.
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure Lloyd knows I'm allergic to cats. But yeah, so what else? Planning to go to MagFest or no?
No, all the rooms sold out in like half an hour.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Last year I didn't go and I saved money to go to London, so I figured I'll just save money for other trips.
Makes sense.
People, yeah.
Yeah, I barely got a room at the Gaylord, so
It's
like,
hard
it was
now.
on the wire too. Yeah.
It's hard. It's really popular now. It just sort of just like shot out up there.
Yeah. It's actually quite astounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to seeing what they're going to do on like the West Coast, and I'm hoping they can do something in the Midwest, because like a mid-mag West. I don't know whether they would pronounce it there, but I'm still looking forward to going over in January, because I think the holiday decorations will still be up by the time I get there. Which
Are they doing it January again?
Yep.
Because they moved it to February the one year.
Right,
Year.
and I think it was because I can't even remember anymore. I know there was
Another convention.
Right, exactly. And so, basically, the people at MAG basically said, I say basically a lot, we want to bring it back over to our original time slot, so they said it's fine or something like that. I don't know how they went about that there.
Because February seemed like it'd be nicer, because January is closer to New Year's and holidays, and there's a lot of travel before that, and people still there from the holidays.
Right, and this year it might add a little bit of a hitch, because there's going to be the inauguration coming up. So we'll see.
Yeah, but on the bright side, Shrek Fest is still there. Or Shrek Feast.
Fest.
Shrek Feast.
I have nothing to do with this.
You know about Shrek Feast? Okay, I don't know if they're still doing it. We did a video about it. MagFest would do, as part of the holidays, they would have Shrek Feast, which was like their buffet, but there was like a section cordoned off, basically, where there would be people in the Shrek costumes, and the waiters would come over, and you'd have to do the ogre oath. And they would give you like swamp juice to drink. And the waffles had Shrek ears. We did this, like Phelan and me and Andrew Dickman, Seth Panda, and I think it was just us. Yeah. If I'm free, I think he was sleeping in or doing something else that day. But anyway, we were like, we got to do Shrek Feast, because we missed it the year before. We're like, we got to do Shrek Feast this year, so. Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
There was like people with kids at all the tables, and then there's us. Normally you'd have to do a reservation, but they squeezed us in, so you had to like do a reservation for this thing.
Well, now I got to see about reservations for Shrek Feast. That sounds very interesting.
It's good stuff.
Good stuff. Excellent. What else? Dread, I completely forgot. Never mind.
Shrek Feast is on Phaelus'. Yeah, we did a video on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This stuff. Brad's taking a dump. He's looking for to see who did the donations, and I'm gonna call someone up.
I went ahead and listened to the stream because I was curious what like the lag is like between like where we're at and what they're hearing.
Yeah.
It was about like. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I was still sitting here. No, it was like maybe not even more than 30 seconds.
That's what I thought, yeah.
So, okay, yeah, if you donate anywhere between $50 and $100, you can, we'll shoot you an email and give us something to promote, and we'll promote it over the feed. Mm-hmm. You too, Lloyd.
What? I didn't even realize you had to do like a $50 donation. Thanks to the person who donated $50 to promote one of my videos.
Yeah.
I could have plugged it myself. I'm here, but thank you.
If you donate $100 or more, we'll bring you up on a call and you could ask us a question. So I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of people who did that. Someone asked me, they were like, what if they call you and they like, I don't know, call you something racist or something? I'm like, what? I don't care, they paid for it.
That would make a entertaining stream, so.
Yeah.
It's that KK person.
They were with the Klan.
The Klan's done it again with their pranks. That's some good joshing.
That's some good joshing. There's some good old-fashioned joshing.
That's going to be next week on That's Our Clan. Tonight on CV9. Anyway.
That's Our Clan. The buck stops here.
I didn't really like the Klan.
Why did you have to specify that, Matthew? I never thought you were pro-Klan.
Just want you to know I'm not a fan.
You having to specify this for me, Matthew, makes me think you are a fan of the Klan. Yeah, so we, if you haven't seen Irving and Brian talking about Hillary's America, the movie, they go into detail the scene where it becomes the worst remake of Last Action Hero ever, when a Klansman comes out of the movie screen, runs across the lawn of the White House with Woodrow Wilson looking on in awe. I like the point that Brian had about that scene, where he said, like, they're sitting in this boardroom watching it like it's a snuff film. And then he goes, one of Brian's biggest issues, Brian goes like, first of all, Birth of a Nation is fucking long! Mr. President, I got shit to do. It's like 3.5 hours long.
Oh, Brian's hilarious.
Bushwhacked.
KKK.
I was
bushwhacked.
The joke I'm most proud of in the Bushwhacked video is where I made it look like Daniel Stern shot the guy in the head.
It came out of nowhere. I lost my shit when I saw that. I was like, did Phelan edit this?
No, I did the night before. I took like 15-20 minutes and edited that together. Like the night before, I'm like, I gotta do this. I was really disappointed that not many people commented on that.
Wait, next.
Jesus Christ! Bushwhack!
I didn't realize it was that guy's last movie. The guy who was the scout leader.
Brad Sullivan, yeah.
Yeah, like, what a movie to go out on, right?
He is, like, really good in that movie.
Oh, yeah, he's not acting bad at all. Yeah. Like, just the movie gives no one anything to work with.
Or as the movie was originally called, The Tenderfoot.
The fuck is that?
It was named after a horse? Or
Yeah. Well, I never thought I would appreciate the name Bushwhacked more.
Yeah, you can't say I've got tenderfoot fever.
Yeah.
Tenderfoot.
Somebody sent me a comment, or like it was on Facebook or it was on YouTube or somewhere, and they said that they remembered seeing a print ad for the movie in like a Box Kids magazine, and it was called The Tenderfoot. Huh. So I looked it up and I went on Google, and that's where I found that lobby card that said The Tenderfoot.
Wow. They knew they had to get some masturbation jokes in. They're like,
yeah,
bushwhacked.
Mm-hmm. We can't just go to the boardwalk and having people say, "Oh, you need a good foot job." That's the tenderest thing I've ever heard. I wonder what those people are doing now.
The guys on the boulevard.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if anyone's written me back.
They died of bushwhacked fever.
Yeah.
It was terminal.
It's airborne.
Okay, I got someone to bring up here.
Alright.
Paul Schrum.
Paul Schrum.
Schrum, gotcha. Yes, speaker or something.
I know it'll slow down the stream if I bring up Skype.
Oh, yeah.
Not there. Too late. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, is this Paul?
Yeah.
Hey.
Brad?
Yep, it's me.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
I'm already starting to get like long-winded, and I got 11 hours left. How's your day going, man?
It's going pretty good. I just got home from work, and I saw that you were doing a live stream. And
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I can be on for $100? I have a spare $100 I can just give them, so, you know.
Time to dip into my seat. I'm picturing people doing like in the cartoons where it's like the piggy bank and they smash it with a hammer.
Do you accept donations in all pennies?
That poor piggy, man.
I will take all pennies. What, wow, at this point I really hope you like the movie. But,
I'm sure it's going to be really good, dude. I'm excited to see Jesus, bro.
yeah, it'll be alright.
It's going to be okay, I guess.
I mean, it'll be passable, you know. Hashtag KKK calls Brad. Really hope Kyle's middle initial is K.
I want to know if my fridge is running.
Is that your question, whether or not our fridge is running?
Yes, it is.
That's some good joshing.
You got a question for us?
Trying to think of a question real quick.
Hey, Ian.
One thing I wanted to say, because it was funny, I have my best friend is like a big fan of yours and loves like the Cinema Snob and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was asleep, and when I came home, you know, I donated, and then you gave me the email. So I went to go wake him up. I'm like, hey. He's like, what? I'm like, say hi to Cinema Snob. Come say hi with me, Cinema Snob. He's like, what?
That happens to me at conventions. Like, someone will just come up to me and like hand me a phone and say like, it's my friend, I just woke him up, tell him who this is. Like, hey, this is Noah Antweiler.
Spawnby himself. I got a question for you, Paul. Do you have bushwhacked fever?
Do I have bushwhacked what?
Bushwhacked fever.
Bushwhacked fever?
The fuck are you talking about?
As if you don't know.
Yes, I do.
So it is true. Somebody in 1995 did have bushwhacked fever.
And apparently it's communicable.
The one guy who went to go see that movie in the theater.
Well, I heard bushwhacked fever is hereditary, so.
Oh, yeah.
But, do you think of any questions for us?
Sure, I have a question off the top of my head. So, usually when I watch some of your earlier videos, you used to do like vloggings of the Saw movies and stuff, you know, and I know that you're a big fan of those. Well, not the seventh one, you know.
Not really.
But you know, I'm a fan too. Like, I'll stick up for those movies. But like, what's your opinion on, like, I don't know, I think this has been confirmed that like Saw Legacy is coming out next year. It's going to be like a continuation, like it's going to be the sequel. What are your thoughts on that, and what do you think, like, do you have any ideas of what they could do for a plot? You wrote Piranha 3D to write it.
If they bring back Costas Mandalore, I'm down. That's all they gotta do. Like, I remember when I saw and reviewed Saw 3D, when I did the vlog on it, and I said that I hoped it wasn't the last one, that they would make another one, because that seventh one was so shitty, and like such a really lazy way to end it. Like, originally there was going to be 8, but then they condensed it into 7, and I don't even know if they did alter the script for it at all, or they just made it and just ended it there. But it was just like, it had like the same fucking ending as like Saw 2. It did. Like, so like, this is shitty, like, fuck this. So even then, I was like, I hope they do make another one, because this ending is crap. So, yeah, I still feel that way now. I am totally down with them doing another one for that reason.
Would you like to see Gary Elway's reprise his role as Dr. Gordon?
Why not? I mean, that was... Why not? I mean, it was dumb in the 7th one when he came back and whatnot, but... Yeah, I mean, you know, if they use him wisely, like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, I just want Costas Mandylor to be in it.
I agree. I love Costas Mandylor. He was a driving force in, like, the later sequels of, you know, like, 4 and 5 and whatnot.
Oh, totally. Like, even in...
Like, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Even in 7, you at least got to see him take out a bunch of people with a knife. And I liked 4 and 5, because it was, like, Costas Mandylor versus Scott Patterson, Luke from Gilmore Girls. So I'm like, I love Costas Mandylor and I love Scott Patterson. This movie's great. I mean, it's kind of shitty, but it's great. But yeah, if you don't have any other questions, we'll probably bring up the next caller on here. I'm Larry King now.
Just one more quick question, I guess, and then I'll let the next caller come on.
Yeah, go for it.
Real quick question. Like, I know you're...
Lloyd's ass.
Before, like, what was that?
Sorry, Lloyd's showing his ass on the camera.
He's moving us. Or you.
So nice.
Oh, sorry, go for it.
That's so good. You were saying, like, you know, you interacted with, like, the Bible Reloaded.
Yeah.
And those guys. And I like you doing gigs and stuff. And they've been on a podcast, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, it's called the Drunken Peasants Podcast, and I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
They've been on the show frequently, and I don't know if, like, you've known about someone who would be interested in going on their show anytime soon, because it's run by the amazing Adrian, and I know some people don't really like him that much, but like, again, I'm a huge fan, and it'd be one of those things to be like, oh, cool, Brad Jones is on this podcast.
Yeah, I'll be on it. Like, typically, whenever I get asked to do an interview, like, yeah, I've gone on plenty of shows. Like, I was on one podcast a few years ago where it was just the guys playing with their guns the entire time. Like, that was interesting. So yeah, I absolutely would.
Sweet, that's awesome.
But thanks a million for the donation.
Yeah, anytime. If you need another 100, just let me know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We could use 100.
Thanks a million, man.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, man.
Take care. Lloyd's saying goodbye too.
Aww.
I'm sorry, I was leaned over and I couldn't get back in my lap.
Dat Lloyd ass though. I am good. I donate now $500 for more Lloyd ass. Hey, you donate.
I think I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna get some salsa from chips.
Yeah, when you get back, I'm gonna probably do the same. I am. Let's see. Let's test out. Do I want to do that? Actually, I don't think I can. Now that I think about it, without ending the stream.
What were you trying to do?
Pull up a video. Yeah, to pull. Like, I got videos on the flash drive here. But actually, maybe I could. I don't know. I guess maybe if I want to show a video later, I'll just point the camera at the TV. Solid.
Really get that shitty YouTube video feed.
Oh yeah. Actually, it would probably look fine. It would just look like one of my older videos. Hashtag Farad's taking a dump. What? That's what it says. I'm going to take a quick breather too and grab some more chips.
There you go.
Someone was asking when the next Brad Phelan Allison crossover will be. Phelan's coming the end of September through October, so we'll film some stuff then. We're gonna do one called Sherlock Dog. Remember me telling you about that? You're still up for that, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about this movie except I found it like in a DVD store, and it's a talking dog. It's called Sherlock Dog, and the dog's named Sherlock, and he solves a mystery with some kids, so I feel like it's going to be really good.
Oh, yeah. And by good, you mean not good.
I feel like dumb animal movies is kind of a good niche to do with Brad and Phelan.
Oh, yeah. And you've already set up the template with a talking cat, so why not?
I don't make the rules. I know Brad's talking about doing Halloween Puppy.
Yeah, the David Dakota movie.
Yeah, that's also Eric Roberts as an animal with David Dakota, where he becomes the Halloween Puppy. Which I think is like his corgi again. I think like there's a staple of, there's like, a small amount of animals that Dakota uses that are like family pets or friend pets.
Right.
And there's a corgi that was from Santa's summer house. I think that's the Halloween Puppy. A talking Lloyd. You can't say just a talking cat. It's got to be a talking cat.
Pretty much. Yeah, you got to pronounce the question mark, exclamation point, question mark. Yes.
A talking Lloyd.
Brad punch Allison in this one. I don't know. Were you planning on it? I wasn't told about this, but the element of surprise, I guess.
If it gets to $200,000. Dave did say that if it got to $50,000, if it got to the goal, we could shave his head.
Nice.
I think I'll, if you guys are hungry, I'll go order a pizza.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, let me know what else is available from Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, there's like wings.
Wings, okay.
They might have like pasta too.
Oh yeah,
they would have pasta, sure.
Yeah. I'm fine.
The wings sound pretty good now that I think about it here.
Yeah, what kind do you want?
If they have barbecue, that'll probably work out there. Yeah.
How many?
How much do they? How many do they have?
Probably like 8, 12.
Let's go for 12, and I'll just have half now and half later or something like that.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
You gonna order pizza for the rest of the stream?
Yeah, it'll be all delivered to your houses.
It's like, if you donate this much, I will order pizza to your house.
Tip not included.
Are you guys done with food? I'll order a pizza later for you guys if you like. You're Jen, you're like hundreds of miles away. That's not going to work. I don't know why we're replying to a text message on the stream, but there you go.
Hi, Shmee something. It went by too far. I see my name occasionally, but I can't read them.
Yeah, I see
by the time I get close enough.
I see my name being spelled incorrectly a few times. And
yeah. Which religion is the most correct?
Jeez.
It's talking catology.
Yeah, I'm also noticing that people are posting about the passing of Kenny Baker. That's exceedingly sad, entirely there. Apparently, they've been talking about this on the chat, like every now and again. But then again, it's like, he's like 82, 81 years old. Yeah, there he is. So, that's quite unfortunate. But this is, while that is completely and utterly sad, we got to move on with the stream. Don't want it to be an absolute downer for the rest of the 10 hours and a half to do this.
Kenny Baker Memorial stream. I don't know what you thought you were in.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Believe me, I've already said it's a 12-hour stream. You're gonna run out of steam sooner or later. I have already run out of steam. That's not the point. I am running on fumes. Just the fumes will last about a good 12 hours. So there you go. Here, I'll tell you. Fantastic stuff. But yeah, so. I don't want to spend the entire time while Brad is ordering to just react to the chat, but
why'd someone call me a penguin? That doesn't make any sense. Like waddling, like a pan. I don't know what they're talking about.
You guys need to slow down. Jeez. Yes, I talk fast. I have a whole bunch of caffeine. I'll try to slow it down here. Yes, of course.
People just keep saying like black guy, like you don't have a name.
Yeah, apparently not. No.
This is Farad, guys. This is Farad.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It took me forever to know how to pronounce your name, though.
That's all right. It took me forever too.
But it's like. The blank is silent because it's not there.
Precisely. Some people have a silent letter. I have an invisible letter in between the R and the D. Exactly. Talking for Rod. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Exactly.
What's Phalus's next one? Shoot, what animated one was he working on next? I don't know. I've got such a bad memory. Oh, we watched the Dingo Pictures Pocahontas movie, so that's coming up soon, and that was hilarious. Have you watched any of the Dingo Pictures ones?
Not yet. I'm holding off there, yeah.
They're some of the worst animated movies ever. They're hilarious.
Nice. Yeah, I'll probably binge-watch them or something like that.
What's our favorite curse? Do you have a favorite curse?
Favorite curse word?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I want to say it out loud.
This is a family stream.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite one. I say fuck a lot. I guess that's.
You know what? Actually, one of my favorite phrases is "I don't give a flying buttress," but that's.
I love the swear euphemisms they use on TV.
Oh yeah.
I saw one that was like, he doesn't give a hot fudge.
Yeah, I remember Frank Caliendo was talking about that. They always seem to replace it with food.
Food, yeah.
What the fruit is going on here? Yeah, that sort of thing.
I almost love fudge over fuck. I don't really use it that way, but like, just when I hear it, I always love it because it'll be something stupid. Fudge. Just a Christmas story. Fudge. I didn't say fudge. Need to watch our fucking mouths. Shut the fuck up.
But also the classic line from Snakes on the Plane. I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Mr. Turner.
I think they also mentioned there was like I remember getting like the DVD or like a special edition of The Usual Suspects, and they were saying that the line at the beginning where they were saying "Give me the keys" and all sort of thing, in order to change it for the airplane and television version, there was "Give me the keys, you fairy godmother."
Oh,
and then when they got to Baldwin, screaming at the camera was, "Give me the freaking keys, you fairy godmother, brother!"
Oh, man.
I can also imagine how horrible the ADR was with that, too.
It's great when it's like clearly not the person talking to,
TV
versions, their voice completely changes.
Well, I don't give a fudge. What the heck are you gonna say?
I saw a couple ones. They were asking me how I felt about being in a movie with Doug and Rob again. That's fine. I'm fine with it. I don't think I even have any scenes of them anyway.
Probably not.
I haven't seen the script yet, but from what I've heard, I don't, so it doesn't bother me.
But yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun to film this. I think I will admit, because the last long scale filming I've done with any sort of like Channel Allison related people will probably be Dragon Board. Most of the other things have been either Pop Quiz Hot Shot or like nostalgic cameos or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to being in like a long-term movie. And apparently, according to Brad, Carlos has like the second amount of the most screen time, which is great.
Because he's the best friend.
Yes.
He's like the Rickhead's best friend, who's like, when you read the script, you wrote to me and said, pardon.
Sure.
You wrote to me and said, so I'm basically playing the part as Dr. Hibbert, right? Because you can kind of tell that in how it's written, like it's literally like...
Exactly, yeah.
That ain't right, Rick.
I mean, I love the fact that you wrote in the laughs.
I did, yeah. I actually wrote in the laughs on there. Like,
I like from the reading you guys did, where it's like, no one said bye to Carlos.
And then Brian goes, no one said hello to Carlos. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to do. Yeah, you'll still be able to hear us. We're just gone. Yo, capture. Okay, let me bring up the. Where is? Oh, is it not actually in here? I thought I thought I put it in here. I guess I didn't. All right, let me go back to. Yeah, I know you can't see us. There we are.
There you go. Hi.
All right, I need to put the. Apparently, last night I actually forgot to put the videos on the flash drive, so I'm going to go do that right now. I had a busy day yesterday.
Oh, gravity.
It's all you now, man.
Thank you. Well, anyway, so once again, for those of you just joining us who have no idea who I am, my name is Farad Muhammad. I will be playing Carlos in the movie Jesus Bro. I also appeared on That Guy with the Glasses in the movie Dragonboard, as well as in the hilariously God, as well as the much the client-loved Pop Quiz Hotshot, and a few other. No, I did not eat Allison. The heck is this? Jeez. As well as a few Nostalgia Critic cameos, and I am going to be in the upcoming Wild Wild West review that Doug has produced. If you have Vessel early access, you can see it after the stream, or you can see it on channelawesome.com over starting on Tuesday. So yeah, should be funny. Should be a lot of fun there. Thank you so much for everybody who's commenting on Dragonboard. That was a lot of fun to do. That was my first acting role in there. I appeared in a couple other videos just as myself, in the Angry Video Game Nerd movie audition video, and I think one thing for the was it the Ronald McDonald Children's Charities or something like that. But those are just for me. Those are just me appearing as me. So what do we got here?
Ooh. Oh yeah, I wanted to point out some different things for whenever it reaches a certain goal.
Excellent.
If it gets up to, I believe it's $40,000, at least I'll try out. This is a 19-year-old can of Michael Jackson mystery, fresh, cool, magic. Official Michael Jackson product from 1997. Although it does, from the new Michael Jackson album, Blood on the Dance Floor. Shit, that reminds me, I gotta get to Best Buy and pick that up.
Can you imagine,
I'm sure she's in Circuit City.
Can you imagine, putting that on a grocery store shelf now, just walking away and seeing someone what?
What's that, Dad? Start live stream and then well, Dave just told us that we killed R2-D2. You start a live stream and then Kenny Baker dies. You killed R2-D2. You fucking it. When Dave gets here, I don't know what time they're coming, but Dave gets here, he could tell the story about when Peter Mayhew got him drunk. Dave's brother is Tim Bradstreet, the comic book artist. If you don't know him by name, he designed the movie poster for the Tom Jane Punisher. There's even a part in Punisher Warzone where it says Bradstreet Hotel in the background. And Dave's other brother, Stefan, was the comic book model for John Constantine for a while. So Dave's gone to conventions for a while, and so Dave does have con stories. One of them involves Peter Mayhew getting him drinks, and I think he might have gotten shit faced. I'm not sure. So if it reaches $45,000, we got a 30-year-old bottle of Jolt.
Nice. That's a good vintage.
Yes, a good vintage joke.
Virtuosity. A good year.
Glorious bouquet.
He's evolving. What does that mean?
I saw someone say that and Bushwhacked were did not only have the same joke, but were released the same day.
That I could see.
Real? I mean, I knew they were both in '95.
But someone said, unless they were just mistaken, that they were released on the same day.
One way to find out. Sorry if it starts lagging, but this is very important.
We need to know, was Virtuosity and Bushwhacked released on the same day?
Virtuosity. No, not War Dogs. Virtuosity.
Does it have, I guess it would have a specific day for that.
Yeah, it'll have the release date.
Yeah.
August 4th, 1995.
Okay.
The Tenderfoot?
I mean, the Tenderfoot. Oh, get out of here, pop-up ad. I don't need to look at you right now, Kubo and the Two Strings. They
August 4th, yeah. It was the same day.
Nice.
It was the same day.
They both have like a 5.5 on IMDb.
Well, it's pretty much the same movie. Yeah. When you think about it.
Virtuosity far superior.
That was so much better. Yeah. By the way, I watched Saturday Night Fever for the first time.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so good.
It was great. I made a joke on Twitter. I was like, another tacky comedy bit where someone's strutting to staying alive.
Did you get any actually?
I did. I knew there was going to be actuallys. Guys, I understand. I know the reference. It's a joke.
You'll really like Saturday Night Fever is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
I'm going to see Staying Alive.
You'll also really like Staying Alive for totally different reasons.
You know what? Saturday Night Fever was a good movie to work out to because it had such a great soundtrack.
Fuck yeah! So does Staying Alive.
Yeah, I was like, this is a long movie, so I'm gonna get a workout done while I'm doing it. And I was like, hey, hell
honestly,
yeah, all right.
Staying Alive also a really good workout movie because that's got like the Bee Gees and Frank Stallone and also like fucking dance aerobics in it. Like that's the opening scene.
Deal.
Staying Alive is great for completely different reasons than Saturday Night Fever
is. I do love too, because I've seen parts of Staying Alive and I know the plot and I saw your review, so it's not like I'm going in on unprepared or whatever. But like comparing it to his character in Saturday Night Fever, the attempted rapist.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's that.
Yeah, and also the only. Because Saturday Night Fever really does have an arc to it. Like, it is about this guy who by the end of the movie realizes he is a terrible person.
Yeah.
He's still a terrible person and staying alive. He just doesn't try raping anybody. So I guess that's the only lesson he learned in Saturday Night Fever. Yeah. That no means no. Admittedly, great lesson. If you're going to learn one thing, sure, man, right on. I'm glad it was that one. But other than that, he is still like a fucking monster staying alive.
It's so great because he's a monster, but it's funny.
Yeah, because he's like a dumb guy.
Yeah, he's like, I spent so much time on my hair, and then you hit it. He hits my hair. Mm-hmm. Stupid things like that. Like in his picture of Bruce Lee in the mirror.
Al Pacino! I don't look like no Al Pacino.
And then it's so funny, but then they'll do horrible things. A girl's got to decide if they're going to be a good girl or a cunt. So you a good girl or a cunt?
And then at the end, so now you know what it's like to be a cunt. And then he's wow, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That is when Tony realized he's a terrible person. All it took was backseat car rape. But no, it's a great fucking movie. It's such a good movie. It is a very realistic portrait of that time and that particular era in that scene. Yeah. In that particular scene. And it's such a good movie. But yeah, Staying Alive is magical for completely different reasons. It's God, how do I even put it? It's I don't know, if the sequel to Fame was the remake of Footloose, Oh, and if it reaches $50,000, sorry.
Yeah.
If it reaches $50,000, it's not going to be me because it would probably kill me. But we do have a thing of the source that's 7.5 million Scovilles.
Good Lord.
This cost me $140.
Good Lord.
It's been sitting in there forever.
So who all else is coming anyway?
The others said that they would just kind of drift in and out. That at some point they'd show up. Like they couldn't stay for the whole 12 hours, of course.
They have lives unlike us.
Oh my God, we have none. We'll talk about Saturday Night Fever for 12 hours. Fuck yeah!
Saturday Night Fever is about 12 hours.
There's an amazing. It's not over 2 hours. It's like an hour and 50 minutes. Isn't it?
Yeah, it was something like that.
I could watch that movie for 12 hours. That's how much I love that movie. That is like. I disagree with Gene Siskel on a lot of things. I got his back on that because that was Gene Siskel's favorite movie.
Really?
So much so that he bought like the white suit from it.
Nice.
And
the actual suit.
Yeah, the actual suit that
Wow.
Travolta wore. That Travolta wore in the movie. There's a great part in Staying Alive where because he's with one girl in it, and then he goes off and starts fooling around with like the prima donna kind of like wannabe
kind of like Saturday Night
actress,
Fever.
basically.
Yeah.
But
campier.
Yes, but way campier. So he kind of has this thing with her, and then like he's just being a dick to the other. Yeah, kind of like Annette in the first one, but campier. So he's talking to this other girl, and she's like, but you said I was a great dancer or something, and Tony's like, well, you're okay.
This was before Grease was Saturday Night Fever?
Yeah, Saturday Night Fever was 77, Grease was 78, and then 6 months later in 1978 was Moment by Moment.
So was Saturday Night Fever, was that like his big breakout movie then?
Yeah,
after like Welcome Back, Kotter and all that?
Yeah, because he was popular for Welcome Back, Kotter, and he was in Carrie, which was 76.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting he was in Carrie.
Yeah, he's great in that fucking movie too. He's so good in Carrie.
I love the scene of them getting blown up in Carrie.
Yeah! Oh my God! Travolta and Nancy Allen are fucking great in that movie. But yeah, it's, his breakout movie role was Saturday Night Fever. Like, he was up for an Oscar for it and everything.
Because I'm just imagining, like, seeing Welcome Back, Kotter, and then that
Saturday Night Fever, yeah.
You know, like seeing like, oh, up your nose with a rubber hose, and then like how good he was in Saturday Night Fever. You're like, oh my God, that's great.
I love when he and Stephanie are like having that like lunch date, and he's like kind of bullshitting. She's like, you know who Laurence Olivier is, right? And Travolta's like, oh yeah, he's good. That guy's good. God, he's so good in that movie.
I like when they're walking and then he asks if she thinks he's stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you think I'm stupid?
Kinda.
He is.
Well, when they interviewed Stallone about Staying Alive, because he wrote it and directed it,
right.
He's being interviewed, and when Stallone is talking about making this movie, it's like, I mean, I always kind of enjoyed Staying Alive because it is entertaining. And there's like one scene where it's like, okay, this scene feels like, there's a part where he goes back to visit his mom, and that scene like kind of feels like it's in the same universe as Saturday Night Fever. But when you see Stallone talk about the movie, it's like, now I kind of understand the thought process behind this, because Stallone is sitting there like, it's the two dumbest characters in motion picture history, Tony Manero and Rocky Balboa, together at last, making the world's dumbest movie. Like, I get this movie now.
Everything fell into place.
Yes. Okay, let me go ahead and actually try. Let me grab the flash drive real quick.
Yeah.
Grease 2 and City Slickers 2. I just watched City Slickers 2 again recently.
City Slickers 2?
Yeah.
God, I saw that in the
Legend of
theater.
Curly's Gold.
That movie sucks. I saw that in the theater.
It was so much lamer than I remembered it, because I used to watch that and the first one a lot when I was younger, because my dad really loves the movies. But, like, watching it again, I was like, yeah, the second one's a lot lamer than I remember it. I knew it was not as good as the first, but then when you watch them back to back, you're like, oh, man.
Yeah, Daniel Stern is so good in the first movie, too. Like, when he has, like, those really dramatic scenes, like when he stops like the fucking rapist cowboys.
The cowboy? Okay.
You got a good point about that too.
Yeah, I was watching this with Phelan, and he'd never seen City Slickers, and they have, if you guys haven't seen it, it's a dramedy, so it's like, it's funny, but there's also sad moments and sincere moments and things.
Yeah.
And there's they're on a cattle drive, and the head rancher, or the guy who leads it or whatever, he ends up dying, and so they're stuck with these two other cowboys who were assholes, who apparently only one old guy was standing between them and being horrible rapist murderers.
Yeah, they put a gun in the calf's mouth.
There's like a baby calf who like Billy Crystal helps to get this cow give birth to this baby calf, and then the cow has to get killed because it's like dying. Yeah. And so it's a sad scene, but it's like, oh no, but at least they saved the baby calf, and it's so sweet. And then like these asshole cowboys are like, oh, you stupid calf, and they're all by a fireplace. They're putting the gun in its mouth, like. Like, who are these guys?
Yeah, and Daniel Stern goes like totally badass in that scene.
Yeah,
like,
he grabs the gun and like he's just lost. He's having a complete breakdown, and you really believe he could shoot these guys.
Yeah,
and he's like in the tent like freaking out, and they're like, oh man, listen, can we have the gun, buddy?
Yeah.
Can we have this, please?
Like, it's a great, I mean, Daniel Stern really is a great actor. Like,
you can forget when you see things like Bushwhacked, like how much of a range he really does have.
Yeah, I mean,
he is really good.
Look at City Slickers, Diner, Breaking Away is a really fucking good movie. And you could tell that Bushwhacked is just one of those movies where they just wanted to get laughs out of just telling him to mug.
They just depended on Daniel Stern carrying it with improv and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it'll be funny because it's him, but none of the script supports anything.
And I couldn't tell, like, the movie couldn't really make up its mind on, like, okay, is this character dumb, or is he just, like, sleazy? Hey, buddy. Hey, Bubba. Like, there would be some scenes where it's like, okay, he's, like, kind of a sleazy guy where he's chain smoking and all this, but then other parts he doesn't know the difference between a pine cone and a beehive.
Right. Yeah. I don't understand, like, the delayed reaction cough syrup death potion they gave him.
Yeah.
Like, why would it's supposed to knock him out, and then why would it make him really peppy first and then he knocks out? Like, that's not
because
how
they gave. That's how cocaine works. That was the mixture that they gave him. Although that got one of the few laughs I got out of that movie was him going, "This is good." And, like, I laughed at that, and I laughed when
he's trying to drive and the old people are really slow in front of him, and he's like, I'm gonna run you over, I'm gonna kill you.
That's right, I forgot about that.
To kill the old people.
I laughed when they were asking him about Everest. And like, what was it like to climb Mount Everest? And it's like, it's like 30 seconds of him stuttering, and then he just goes, "It was a bitch." Like, that's all right. That actually got a good laugh out of me.
I did chuckle a little bit at like how bad could it be? It's only this far.
That was one joke where I was like, the
character was supposed to be a moron through the rest of it.
Yeah,
better. Because it's not consistent, but.
Oh, well, one part where he was kind of dumb, which I sort of get this part because it didn't look like this particular object. Like, when he was talking to the kid, and the kid's like, "Oh, I'm making this, like, antenna device," and Daniel Stern's like, oh, well, that sure is a beauty, and the kid's like, "That's the toolbox." Like,
I left more at the punchline to that scene, or rather the lack of a punchline. Because they have like at least 10 to 15 seconds of him like he's like, that's the toolbox, and then Daniel Stern's like, huh?
Yeah, I actually had to shorten that clip in the video.
Yeah, because you're waiting for the final punchline for him to say something, and then cut to the next scene.
Yeah.
Like, why did you keep that?
Why did they, like, okay, you could tell there was a lot of stuff cut out of this movie, because it feels like the villain should have been a presence before he actually shows up. Like, when he shows up in the helicopter, it's like, we were supposed to know who he was right away.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like there had to have been like an actual like establishing scene where he's paying Daniel Stern to like bring him these packages. And also they make a big deal about there's a girl on the scout troop.
And there's no payoff.
There's nothing to it after that.
You know what it seemed like? It seemed like a collection of things you've seen in other things, but then they don't actually present any sort of spin or punchline to it. Like, they're like, okay, so there's got to be a scene where he meets a bear.
Yeah.
But then nothing really happens. It happens and then it moves on, but there's no, like, you're waiting for, like, okay, so what's their spin on this? Because all of them, even when they have the same cliches, they'll do their own sort of spin on it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like, okay, this is how this character would react.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, it's the part with the girl was sort of like, okay, the Bad News Bears, like, you know,
like
they've
seen it in other things, but then they don't do anything with it.
Yeah, and in Bad News Bears they do. Like, there's actually like an arc when Tatum O'Neal joins their team and stuff like that. In this, it would be like if in Bad News Bears Tatum O'Neal joins the team and whatever.
Yeah. Like, you know, they give her a hard time, and then like she saves the day, and they're like, oh, guess girls can do it like the boys, or something like that. But that never happens.
No.
In fact, you forget she's in the movie.
Until they use her training bra.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like, is that getting to second base? Oh, we got to talk about the ending, where like all the kids.
No!
Are you fucking kidding me with this?
No one could handle all of these children. He's going to get them killed. You're all irresponsible.
Yeah.
You should all be sued.
They were gonna get sued. Like, honestly, it's a miracle no one was murdered and already compared to like happening upon the bear. And
it's like, okay, if they offered to train him before they did this, maybe it would make a little more sense.
Or what about when like they're crawling on his back and when he's like holding on between the two, which honestly seems like it should be a close enough distance to where they could just jump it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do either, but.
I watched this with Phelan, and we were like, this was well past the point when we realized like this was not going to be a good movie, and we're sitting there, and Phelan's like, they should have just called this Daniel Stern Mugs in the Woods. That should have been the name of it.
I mean, you guys gave me the idea to do the bushwhack.
Yeah, because whenever like something lame would happen, we would be just like, bushwhack. Yeah. And that made it so much funnier than the actual movie.
That is the only reason I did it as an episode, like, is so I could do that throughout the thing. And then I added like the minute and a half of like that 1935 Suicide Squad at the beginning. Yeah. And those clips I picked from that were just random. I just clicked on one scene and the guy's like, do a jig, okay. Alright, pick that. Hey, where'd you get that knife, laddie? Oh, well, see, sir. I'm like, alright, pick that. Okay, let me there was another Daniel Stern movie around that time that I remember it now, but I'd kind of forgotten about it until I was on his IMDb page. In 1996, he had another, like, kind of starring vehicle, sort of. Like, it was him and Dan Aykroyd and Damon Wayans, and it was called Celtic Pride.
Oh.
It was where they are... Dan Aykroyd and Daniel Stern are both two diehard Boston Celtics fans. And Damon Wayans is like an NBA player who plays for the opposing team. Oh. So they kidnap him so that their team can win. Like,
sounds like I need to see this movie.
It's no Major Payne. And I mean that honestly, because Major Payne is awesome. Like, Celtic Pride was around, like, It was one of the last like big screen Damon Wayans like starring.
So
like
after Blank Man.
It was it was after Blank Man. Gotcha. Like I think because Major Payne I think was 95, 94. No, I think that was 94. So that was like 94. Celtic Pride would have been 1996, and then in like 2000 or 2001 there was Marcy X, starring Lisa Kudrow and Damon Wayans. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay, this movie is awful.
I remember it being in theaters and thinking that looks awful.
Yeah.
So I never watched it.
That looked like when the fuck was this made? Like, because Lisa Kudrow is like a Jewish princess and she inherits a rap star whose name is like, because her dad is like a record executive. Oh, okay. So she gets like
I see nothing wrong with a plot about inheriting a black man.
No.
Why does it always have to go back to slavery with you?
So I was watching that KKK channel.
Like he had like some stupid name like Mr. Murder or something. Like I can't remember. Like he was always wearing like fur coats and he had like this like permed hair or some shit in it. Like I can't. This movie was out for like a fucking minute. Like Marcy X is what it's called.
When was this out again? It was
like 2000 or 2001. Like I think early 2000s.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Friends was still on when it was made.
Oh. Okay.
All right, I want to pop. I'll do this as a test video. I have the new Rickhead episode on here that hasn't been put on. It hasn't been put on YouTube yet. It's the Rickhead. The Rickhead on McDonald's special sauce. So you're gonna see it go black for a second, but you'll still be able to hear us.
It's gonna go black, yeah.
And once I hit this, we will not be going back. I got set up for it. I had to deliver. Okay, so you should still be able to hear us. All right, now let me pull up. It's not even in here. Some of them didn't transfer. That's
you got bushwhacked.
Oh, bushwhacked is in there.
I was like, why do you have Mr. Wrong? Oh, it's my review of Mr. Wrong.
I was just watching Mr. Wrong. Okay, maybe they just didn't transfer all the way. All right, well, let's go back. Sorry, I was forced to go back.
Yeah.
Just have to reenact it.
Yeah. Okay, let me retransfer this on here. Yeah. If this is the only problem we have during this whole thing, cool.
Yeah, that would be a goddamn miracle.
Hey, stream, what's up? Now it's Allison time.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
What?
I took the flash drive out before it finished transferring all the way.
Don't!
Nice. Special sauce when you erase it? What?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know what half you guys are talking about in here.
So one person posted on hashtag jail, but that's
jail. Oh, I love that joke.
That was my greatest mistake.
Jail is good.
Alright, let me see if, while that's transferring, let me see if anyone else wrote me back.
Well, this is top of the hour. Did you want to see if anybody else?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing here.
Oh, okay, good.
Do I mind being called Lupa? No, go for it. Actually, I'm seriously offended.
Now, if you call me Lupa, that's just going to be confusing.
Will we riff on another Barney tape? We might riff on some other things. I don't have any other Barney tapes, but that one went surprisingly well.
So the dude, doesn't want us to bring him up on a call, but he did say, he goes, thank you, but I don't speak English good enough for that. But I would ask if you could pronounce my last name on, for someone who doesn't speak English, this particular email is more well put together than some emails I get.
It's more well put together than a lot of the comments.
I would ask if you could pronounce my last name on camera. I'm interested in how it would sound from someone whose first language is English. And since somebody promoted one of Alan's videos, I wanted to promote my favorite video from Phelan, the Killdozer review.
Yeah.
It's hilarious and always helps when I'm in a bad mood.
Nice.
Greetings from Austria to Farad and Allison. Signed, Daniel Freinhofer.
I'm thinking Freinhofer.
Freinhofer is what I would say.
That's Frankenstein. Daniel Freinhofer. Freinhofer.
My name was hard to pronounce.
Okay. Okay, we got another message from a $50 subscriber who says, this is from Mark James, who says, first, let me suck up for a sec. Fucking love your stuff, bro. You're the reason I watched Caligula's Shock Treatment Beyond the Darkness, and why I got weird looks at work because I watched the Strokemon review on break. No regrets. I fucking love you, dude. I want to promote the new book, Star Wars Heir to the Empire, for anyone who felt let down with Star Wars Episode 7 for not bringing anything new to the universe. Heir to the Empire starts off 5 years after Return of the Jedi. The Rebel Alliance has destroyed the Death Star, spoiler, defeated Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine, and driven out the remnants of the old Imperial Starfleet to a distant corner of the galaxy. Princess Leia and Han Solo are married and expecting twins. Luke Skywalker has become the first in a long-awaited new line of Jedi Knights. Thousands of light years away, Grand Admiral Thrawn, the last of the Emperor's warlords, has taken command of the shattered Imperial fleet, readied it for war, and pointed it at the fragile heart of the New Republic.
Oh, don't spoil it here.
Thrawn is... Am I just reading the book? Thrawn is searching for a dark Jedi and is succeeding in restoring the Empire. There was an entire universe of Star Wars out there before Disney pushed the reset button, and in this universe, Luke wasn't a failure and didn't run away. So tell me what you thought of Force Awakens. Your fundraiser better get up to 50,000 by the end of the fundraiser.
Or else.
Or else.
That's a threat.
I will shoot this dog. Too big!
Damn it, Todd.
Let me go see.
Too big! She's gotten too big!
Guys, we gotta talk him down. I like that Thrawn sounds like a prawn. So I'm gonna imagine a giant shrimp.
If George Lucas made it, that is exactly what it would look like. Pretty much. It would also fucking fart all the time.
Call it Thrawn Solo. It's clever.
Let's chat to him. I thought I heard somewhere that I thought I read somewhere that Linkara is in here. I don't know if that's true, but
hi if you are, and hi again, Film Brain. I see you still in here.
Yep.
Are Allison and Phelis married? Nope.
Is Farad married? Nobody asked that, but nope. Anyway.
Are you married to Brad?
No. No, this is actually the first time I've been in Springfield for about criminy. About 18 years or 28 years now.
Really? It's been that long?
Yeah, it was after it was right before I graduated from elementary school, so it's up there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, went over here in 1994. Yeah, okay, so now people are saying hi to Linkara, but for some reason I keep missing Linkara. What the heck is this here?
I think I did see
him.
Oh,
there he is.
Yeah,
yep.
there he is.
And
he's
yes,
engaged.
Engaged. Yeah, that's
Congrats again to you and Vega.
Yep. Farad put a ring on it. Put a ring on what exactly? What the heck is it? Oh God, people are Farad cross Brad fanfic. Nope, not happening. Where do I live? I live nowhere near you. No, okay. I live right outside of Chicago.
Thanks for the compliments on my earrings. I'm seeing a lot of them. They're glasses.
Yeah, I saw.
Or shades. Nice. I don't know what they are. They're some sort of frames.
whatever they are, they don't have lenses on them.
Yeah, they don't actually. They're not prescription earrings.
Yeah, but if they did, it probably would like burn your ear if you were under the sun.
Yeah. Is Fat Grandma still single? She's always looking for love. Fat Grandma swinging single. She's got many guys on the side.
God. You showed your sass, no. Anyway, that's. Way to show my age. How am I showing? Never mind. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I mentioned mentioned when I graduated from elementary school. Never mind. Yeah, it's a little bit. I guess the chat is a little bit delayed.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's quick enough anyway.
Let's see. She's too sass to get married. That is true. Yes.
She can't be pinned down.
No.
She can't be pinned down by one man.
Exactly.
I bet she had a long marriage, and then Fat Grandpa passed away, and then she's just living life. She's just living life to the fullest now.
How many push-ups can you do? Not enough. That's how many I can do. Chicago the musical. Farad for Fat Grandma 2017.
We gotta make Fat Grandma's house happen, guys. Louis, listen, Fat Grandma's house 2018. I will gladly help fund this.
Yeah, so will I.
Could I say a talking cat? A talking cat?
Yes, I do have a great laugh. Thank you very much.
It's my least favorite film, Jerry. Fucking Jerry.
Least favorite film? God. Because I've seen a lot of movies I really didn't like, but I can't really pin one down.
You don't have like a worst movie you ever saw? You don't have like a worst movie you ever saw?
I should, but I just never thought of it, actually. Nobody really asked. I don't think they were asking me here either, but...
well, now we gotta know.
Yeah, now I gotta figure this out here. Heck is this here? You know what? There's one movie that when I left the theater, I was just vehemently angry, and that was Transformers 3.
Because well, that's your own fault for seeing Transformers 3.
Well, you see, I fell into the whole trap of them saying, well, Transformers 2 was awful, but this one is going to be, it's not as good. I didn't see Transformers 2. I choose not to see Transformers 2. But when I saw, first of all, I was kind of intrigued with Transformers 3 because it has Leonard Nimoy in it. And unfortunately, they really, really wasted Leonard Nimoy.
I didn't see past the second one. I enjoyed the first two as a theater experience, but I didn't feel like...
Yeah, the first one was a good theater experience.
Yeah, it was fun seeing it with my friends, but they're not ones I cared to rewatch or continue with the series.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, plus, it was just the whole notion of hearing Peter Cullen do his Optimus Prime voice in like a booming 7.1 surround sound theater. That was awesome.
I hadn't seen the original Transformers 2 when I saw that as well, so now I've seen the original run of Transformers.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
But and also, but I think the major thing that I was really angered about, this is more of a technical thing, is just the whole deal that they retconned the moon landing, and I really thought that was kind of cheap for them to do that with a Transformers movie. Yeah.
Okay. Why?
And they also brought in Buzz Aldrin saying, since he said to Optimus Prime, since you and I are space travelers, and I'm going, no. Buzz, you are a space traveler. That's just a bunch of pixels that you're talking to like a little.
Wait, did they actually have Buzz Aldrin in this?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I was that
space, man.
That sounds lame.
And there's something that I like to call plot gravity. With all of these Transformers movies, for some reason, no matter where on Cybertron they are, no matter what direction they're launching from, they always go to Earth for some weird reason. Either the Earth or the Moon.
Look, they don't have the budget to shoot on another planet.
True.
They should have called up Lewis. He knows how to do space stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We shot the Top the Fourth Wall movie in space.
It's a shame that we just shot with all those empty boxes in a place that looked like a studio because like it was in space. I feel like we really wasted that. But we were on Europa, guys.
And I was.
No, we were.
And I did have a cameo in the Top the Fourth Wall movie as well. I was dancing in the background with Vega.
Oh, that's right.
Where were you? I remember that now. Yeah.
I recognize that place because that was where Noah and I did our cameo for the Wicker Man episode.
That was I did not expect that cameo. That was great. Let's see.
All Caligula, all the time. If I'm gonna watch any of the recent 4 Transformers movies, I'll watch the 4th one.
Really?
I can handle a bad Mark Wahlberg movie way more than I can a bad Shia LaBeouf movie. Like, at least Mark Wahlberg can, like, make me laugh. Like, when he drinks, like, when he slams that Bud Light, tosses it down and says, now go get me my alien gun. I'm like, you know, this is the bad movie I can get behind. And it's got Kelsey Grammer as the bad guy, playing it like it's a straight-up thriller. Like, this one, I you know what? I'm okay with this one.
I guess he had some leftover energy from Boss or something.
Yeah, oh, totally. Like, he came into this with, like, the intensity of like, fucking Boss.
Oh, yeah.
It would be like if in the Atop the Fourth Wall movie, I'm playing my part the same way that I played the serial killer in Freak Out.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, some videos are still transferring over there.
How large is that video?
Right? Like, it should be done by now.
A talking Caligula!
What is your least favorite movie?
Nookie.
Hillary's
America is the first movie that I walked out on. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. Like, I mean, I honestly put bad movies and bad propaganda in 2 different categories.
Propaganda is barely a movie in the sense of a traditional storytelling thing, you know.
Right. Yeah, this movie was not traditional storytelling. This is a movie that opens and says this is a true story, and then shows a hologram Klansman come out of the screen in the White House, and Woodrow Wilson follows him out on the front lawn, looking in awe. Which he was racist, so if that were to happen in real life, sure, that probably is what would have happened. Like, I sat there in that movie and was like, I've sat through bad shit, like God's Not Dead and Old Fashioned, just stuff that's just insultingly awful and like really mean-spirited and whatnot. But if there's a difference in something like God's Not Dead and this fucking Dinesh D'Souza crap, is that they are both movies that are made for their audience. They certainly are. But I don't really think a movie like God's Not Dead or Old Fashioned is like horrifically and violently like dividing people. Right. Like, yeah, it is made for their audience, but whatever. Like, let it, like, okay, fine. Something like what we, like Hillary's America that we saw, like, I sat there watching it, like, this is the kind of shit that gets people killed. Like, I don't need to sit here and watch this. I'll send Brian and Irving instead. I do regret missing the hologram Klansman now. I'm just going to throw that out there. I have a picture of what that looks like.
Oh man.
Geez. I do, because Brian took a picture of it with his phone, which means it was on screen long enough for him to do this.
So yeah, turn it on, get the camera in. Yeah.
And oh wait, it's in the. So it was a message from Brian that just simply said "fuck you." And it was a picture of that.
Oh no.
Here it is, guys.
No.
That's what it looks like. You can see Wilson in the background. Look.
Oh.
First of all, what kind of head dildo is on top of him? Someone just shot him with the fucking plunger gun from the South Park Nintendo 64 game. Wilson in the background. Yes! Oh, Mr. Wilson! That kid's a pain in the ass!
Brown-faced Carrot Top in here. He's the perfect Dennis the Menace.
Yes. Okay.
Mr. Wilkins, you get out of here and go home.
You get out of here, Mr. President Wilson.
Mr. President Wilson. President.
Favorite? Oh, that's a good question, honestly. Favorite David Dakota movie?
Oh.
I think you've maybe seen more of them than I have, haven't you?
Well, I mean, I've seen some. It might be sort of similar how many we've seen. I think, honestly, A Talking Cat. Maybe one of the Puppet Master sequels, just because, it's probably less intolerable.
Puppet Master 3.
Is that his? Yeah.
Puppet Master 3 and Retro Puppet Master, which was not very good.
Wait, Retro, that was the one with Greg Sestero, right?
I think Greg Sestero was Puppet Master 3. I remember reading
No,
that.
3 was the one where it was in the 40s, I think, during World War II, but, Retro Puppet Master was, it was another origin thing involving the guy who made them, and it was Greg Sestero. Actually, I really liked that one. It wasn't great, but as far as the Puppet Master movies go, I hate most of them, and I liked that
Honestly,
one.
I'm a way bigger fan of Demonic Toys. Even comparing the first one.
I saw Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, and
that one is shitty.
Because that one's just sci-fi wants to do it and doesn't understand anything about Charles Band or any of the Puppet Master movies. They're terrible.
That one was fucking shitty. To me,
my favorite Dakota movie would be Retro Puppet Master, I think.
I've seen Creepazoids. That was entertaining. Yeah, I mean, Talking Cat is way better than any of those 1313 movies.
Oh yeah, it would never be the 1313 movies. Those are intolerable. No. And I've only seen the one. It was 1313 Hercules Unchained or something like that. I don't recommend it. Don't ever watch it. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I haven't even seen all of the Puppet Masters. I'm trying to think now if I've actually seen Retro Puppet Master, because I think I was confusing it with Demonic, because I was picturing Corey Feldman, and that's that one. Demonic Toys.
Retro Puppet Master, Greg Sestero. It was funny when Greg Sestero messaged me for the first time. That's how he got in contact with Doug with all that, because he messaged me on Facebook, and he said thanks to your reviews, I think it helped the movie, and I'm doing this book, and he also said I'm sorry for Retro Puppet Master. Even though I've never mentioned it anywhere.
He just assumes.
He just assumed I knew and hated it. Which was funny, because I think, honestly, his performance was good in it. It's just, he couldn't go past a certain point. When he was really quiet, it was kind of a nice, understated performance. Yeah. But when he was supposed to be more intense, he didn't really get there. And I think that was probably just inexperience, because it was fairly early on in his career.
It could be direction, too. Because, it's like when you look at Eric Freeman in movies that aren't Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. You can tell that that's just how he was directed in Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, because in other movies he's been in, he does not act like that. Fucking don't get me wrong, it is actually a really beautiful performance in that film. But,
masterful.
I've seen the first 3 Puppet Masters. I've seen Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. And the first Puppet Master is fine, but I like Demonic Toys way better. Demonic Toys is far more entertaining. Tracy Scoggins is the badass cop, and there's that creepy kid who's the villain, and his voice is dubbed over with this demon voice, and he's looking at Tracy Scoggins we're gonna do the nasty. It's a 12-year-old kid playing this part, but he's got this dumb. It's actually, you would really like this movie.
I don't know, honestly. the puppets, the little creatures that Charles Band makes are so off-putting to me. Most of the time, they're just like creepy in a bad way.
Like Baby Oops-a-Daisy.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Like Puppet Master was like, it was all right, but there were times where I'm like, I don't like these little puppet things.
Like,
and just what I saw, I know Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys is not a good representation of either of them.
Doll Man versus Demonic Toys is way better than Demonic Toys versus Puppet Master.
Fucking Vanessa Angel was awful in that.
Oh, like you would, I think you would like Demonic Toys just for Tracy Scoggins alone. Because I kind of like horror movies like this, where it starts out as a completely different genre, and the characters just end up in a horror film. That's kind of this, because the movie starts out and it's a cop film. And
Demonic Toys?
The first one, yeah. It's like Tracy Scoggins is undercover on like a stakeout with her partner, and they're after these drug dealers, and a chase ensues, and they all just happen to end up in like this warehouse, because I think they're on like a shipping yard. So they just, and the whole movie like takes place in a night, and so they end up in this warehouse, and like a shootout ensues between the cops and these drug dealers. But they picked the wrong warehouse because there's some demonic toy shit going on in here. So then it turns into like this cops and drug dealers movie just wandered into this horror film, and it's kind of great.
Lewis.
Lewis message?
Bah on you. I like Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Lewis, sometimes you have terrible taste. Don't listen to Lewis. He liked to boldly flee.
I kind of liked it too. Anyway.
Banished. You were banished from the stream.
Dang it!
Let me see if I've gotten any more people to write back. Okay, I got a couple phone numbers on here. Real quick, before I get to that.
Right, check these.
I'll see about testing this. Where's our pizza?
Yeah, what up with that? What kind did you even order?
I ordered quite a bit, so maybe that's...
Hold up with that. Yeah, it's probably the wings over here. Yeah.
Was it like just a bunch of different kinds, or?
Well, actually, I ordered that big, like, rip and dip thing that they have now that comes with a bunch of dipping sauces. Okay. If it's not enough, I'll order more. In fact, I meant to order 2 pizzas, but I forgot. But it's like this big rip and dip thing, so it might be enough. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, if it's just the 3 of us, I'm sure, but...
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can actually get this to work.
Why does someone keep referencing The Coming of the Clown? Is this just their own private joke, or is this something I missed?
Bozo's coming back on the... No, I have no idea.
I know there's a new horror movie coming out.
Okay. So, back into this
Okay.
OBS.
Alright, let me go ahead and...
Burn you!
They're talking about gay porn now. They're fine in there. Alright, so you guys are going to see us go away here for a sec, but you should still be able to hear us. Lewis says, I have excellent taste in movies. Now let me tell you guys...
Ghostbusters 2 over 1.
I'm a fan of Ghostbusters 2 as well. It is not better than the first one.
What was you saying? Sorry, I interrupted.
Now let me tell you guys about Night Train to Terror. Tell us about Night Train to Muno Fine, thank you very much.
That's right.
Okay, you'll see us go away here for a second. Alright.
Personally, I like Love Train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Love Train. Can't go wrong with that.
Okay, there's Dave, but he's huge! Alright.
Huge!
Let's see. Position, fit to screen. That is not fit to screen. Position, size, center?
You might have to adjust the actual...
The actual video?
Yeah, there
there we go. Ooh. Just stick it in my mouth!
He's doing the blue steel.
Alright, so we got that to work. So you guys are about to see the newest episode of the Rick Head It hasn't shown on YouTube yet. It should be coming up next week. It's the Rick Head on McDonald's special sauce. So enjoy. Oops, I didn't mean to turn that off. There we go. Okay, I meant to turn us.
For those of you keeping track, I'm on my 5th straight year of my McDonald's boycott. And for those of you who aren't, do you want to know why? Because I have no respect for a business that can fail so completely at keeping their secrets. We all remember the WikiLeaks bombshell of 2011, in which previously sealed emails revealed the recipe for McDonald's secret special sauce. We were all lied to for decades that the ingredients of the secret sauce were so secret that if they were ever revealed, it would cause chaos in the streets, cause the fast food stock market to crash, and that would send Ronald McDonald jumping off the top of the Empire State Building. This so-called secret was revealed to be mayonnaise, relish, yellow mustard, vinegar, onion and garlic powder, and paprika. In other words, it's the same thing I bathe in every Saturday night to give my skin that same glow as Thousand Island dressing. And when the secret was revealed, there was no chaos in the streets, the markets didn't crash, and Ronald McDonald still haunts my nightmares! But this takes me back to my original point. Trusting a fast food conglomerate to keep its secrets. If the secret of their sauce can be revealed so easily, what's to keep the winning pieces from the Monopoly game from revealing the details of my credit card? You may win that brand new Ferrari, but I'm going to spend the rest of my life driving my '83 Pinto and working at McDonald's to take care of your car payments. And is this really the world that you want to live in? A post-McDonald's secret special sauce world? A world in which we can see the midget in the Hardy Star? The horrible Mongoloid in the Jack-in-the-Box mask? The rape dungeon of Long John Silver? Hell no! And that is why I'm voting for Gary Johnson.
I'm supposed to be friends with that guy? What the? Oh, sorry, you're back. Yes, of course.
The secret rape dungeon.
I'm triggered.
Wendy's yo.
Spoiler, bro. LOL, Gary Johnson. McDonald's has a sauce? Yes.
It'd be weird if Rickhead was like a Bernie supporter, huh?
I'm sure the Rickhead was a Bernie bro. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up. Let's see.
Someone to call?
Yeah. I'll just go in order here.
Sweet.
Okay, this is someone. This is a $50 donator.
Cool.
Okay, I'm making sure everything's fine. All right. Hi, Brad. My name is Rebecca Christensen, and I'm a longtime fan, loving the live stream. Could you promote my book? It's called Maybe in Paris. It is a contemporary young adult novel releasing June 6, 2017. It's about a teenage girl who takes her autistic brother on a trip to Paris with some disastrous consequences. It'll make you laugh, cry, and crave croissants and baguettes. Awesome.
Bet'd like it then.
Yeah. It's now available to pre-order on Amazon. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see Jesus, bro.
Neither can
Thank
I.
you. So that's called Maybe. That's called Maybe in Paris. Her name's Rebecca Christensen, and you can pre-order it over on Amazon. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
And if you're just tuning in, the Indiegogo link is in the description there. It's also on the description on the website. If you donate between $50 and $100, we will promote something for you. If you donate $100 or more, we'll bring you up on the phone and you can ask us a question. If the if the donations get up to $40,000, we'll be trying a 19-year-old can of Michael Jackson Mystery, $45,000, a 30-year-old Jolt Cola, and if it gets up to its $50,000, there's the source, 7.5 million Scovilles, which means Brian better get his ass here.
So basically, it's just battery acid in that there, right?
Yeah, it's just straight up moonshine.
I like that the cover even looks like a cursed tiki idol.
That's one of them. There's another one in there too. That looks like something the Brady Bunch would discover on vacation.
That's something that they would touch it like vice versa for the swap.
Yes, Dad. You're gonna have a real tough time at school, Dad.
In case you forget, I'm bigger than you.
Maybe Marshall, he's drinking.
Shit!
Oh shit! What are you doing here? Okay, from Toli Berra, we got. Hi Brad, hope the filming will go swimmingly. If you could please promote my friend Chocatour's art commissions. That's CHOCOTAUR. He managed to escape Venezuela and is now living safely in Australia.
Right.
But his family is trying to get out as well. His commission information is located at chocatour.tumblr.com. That is CHOCOTAUR.tumblr.com. He does safe for work and not safe for work art. Thanks, Tolly B. Thank you so much.
So the not
Hope
safe
that
for work
helps.
art would probably be like, somebody playing hooky at lunch or something like that.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, we got someone to bring up on phone. This is Alexander Blair.
Nice.
Call failed.
Oh.
Does he not know who we are? I don't know if he's heard. We're kind of a big deal on the internet.
Apparently.
I'm kind of a big deal here.
What?
Your call cannot be completed at this time. Please
What?
try again later.
Okay.
He's taking a dump.
Your friend is taking a shit. Okay, it's not on.
No, sorry.
Okay, another one.
Let's try another one.
Is it a different person?
Actually,
Yeah.
hang on. I should look and see who this is first. This is CJ Summersby,
CJ Summersby.
I think.
Wait.
Hang on. Oh wait, that's.
Okay,
where am I?
Where am I?
Where am I here? Okay, this is the one I. Oh, that's the one that's speaking English. It's like for a sec. Okay. This is
The boob tube. That's not what you wrapped them.
This is someone called the boob tube.
Sir boob
Skype
tube.
number, so let's just see how this works.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't give us a Skype number because we're not using Skype. Yeah, we're not using Skype.
Well, I could use Skype on my phone, but I don't know if that'll work.
Sure. So anyway, my Skype account, it's not on Skype, so you have to give us an actual number.
Oh, there you go.
We'll put the number on the stream.
Yeah.
No.
This is Keith Cheldelin. I would bring it on Skype, but that would mess up the stream.
It's alright.
I mean, on your phone it would be fine, but I
Right,
just
right,
mean
right,
on the
right.
laptop.
Hello?
Hey, is this Keith?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing much. You sound a lot different than on videos.
That's because I'm on speakerphone. And also, I'm not dubbed by another actor.
Hi.
Thanks so much for the donation, man.
Sorry, I'm just really excited. I'm a huge fan of everyone on Channel Awesome and everything. And,
Thank you.
It's
Nice.
a really big moment for me.
Thank you so much, man.
Well, anyway, so my question, I'm actually a reviewer myself. I've gotten started and everything. I'm
Yeah.
reviewing television shows and stuff. And I was just wondering, what advice would you give to someone who's just starting out?
Someone who's just starting out?
Don't. No.
My advice is throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, see what sticks. Make sure, make sure you certainly like the subject that you're dealing with, that it's something that you love talking about. Like in my case, I love talking about exploitation films, so I did it for at least a couple years before it became my full-time job, because I just like doing the show. Get your show out there. I remember when I started, I would go to a lot of message boards that dealt with like reviews, comedy series, horror movies, exploitation movies, and I would promote my stuff. Sorry, I'm distracted by that. Apparently there's a weird noise going on. I don't know.
Well, it's probably because of the phone. Maybe you're next to the speaker or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be my advice. What about you?
My advice is to not try to be someone else. Like if you see someone you're inspired by, that's perfectly fine. But try and find your own niche.
Yeah, they're really talking noise here.
Yeah, and also I would say when you start out, it's going to be bad. It's just ours were bad when we started out. Everyone's going to be bad when they start out. But just keep at it, and you will learn, and you will get better. And so if it's something that you're really passionate about, you just got to keep chugging along.
Yeah, totally. Like I don't really go back and watch my videos anyway, but I certainly don't watch the early episodes.
Yeah.
It'll be you finding your voice, so good luck.
Thanks. And can I put myself in the other line?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, my YouTube channel is Random Thinker Studios. I review television shows, like I said. I actually have a co-host with Psycho Management from Metal Gear Solid. I have been able to hear review TV shows together.
That was Random Thinker Studios?
Yeah.
You got it. Is that on YouTube?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, totally. That's where I started. Random Thinker Studios? Okay. Alright, well thanks a bunch, man. Thanks a million for the donation.
One more question for you, Pat.
Yeah.
Why is your favorite movie?
Because it's the greatest movie ever made. Because, alright, he asked me why Caligula is the greatest movie ever made.
Well, why it's your favorite?
Or why it's, that's the same question. Why it's my favorite movie. It just is. I love big budget Roman epics and I love exploitation movies, and this movie was a combination of the two. Alright man, thanks a million for the donation, and I've got to see about this noise that's going on out here. That does sound like signaling the mothership. What did you say? What was the last thing you said?
Oh,
still tell because of the bar.
Oh, right.
I would try refreshing it.
It's gone now because.
No, now they're saying no sound at all because I muted it a second ago.
Okay, so it did stop when it was muted.
Oh, well, yeah, because. I'm gonna stop it, and I'm gonna stop it and start it again and see what happens. Oh, that seemed to do it.
Just restarting it?
Yeah, because it's not.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Oh, there you go.
I heard that come from your phone. I was like, oh, please tell me it's not doing it again. All right. Now that that's taken care of, I gotta piss so bad.
You're not taking the camera with you? Or?
Oh, yeah. That was $50,000. You can see me take a shit.
Livestream, Brad stream.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that was an adventure.
Yes. Don't know where that came from, but there you go.
Now they're gonna know we're signaling the home planet.
Good Lord. So there you go. Now I'm just looking over. Yeah, now I'm just looking over the the chat again. But yeah, if you have any questions or something like that, let us know here, of course. Show us your drink, Brad. What's this here? It was aliens. The aliens live. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
What's your favorite movie? We talked about least favorite. You got a
favorite? My all-time favorite is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Really?
Yeah. Saw it when I was 8 years old, and I was just enthralled by the cinematography and the storyline, the almost lack of dialogue.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to call Pizza Hut real quick.
Okay.
They delivered it next door to that creepy neighbor you got.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was, that's always been my all-time favorite movie. I also like Doctor Strangelove a lot. I'm on like a Kubrick kick, I know, but I'm trying to think of like a more recent one that I really, really enjoyed, but can't really think of one off the top of my head. I did get back from seeing Star Trek Beyond. That was a fun movie.
God, they had an Enterprise reference in there. That's random.
Well, oh yeah.
I was like Enterprise Blue, but it's nice. It's nice that they had a reference. Man, I've tried to watch Enterprise so much because of Scott Bakula, but I've only been able to sit through an entire episode once.
Really?
Because, it's so bad. I don't know. Did you like Enterprise?
I remember watching like the first season, and I kind of lost interest because of the whole temporal prime directive thing. It was just getting all discombobulating. Yeah. And plus, I didn't like the concept that the Vulcans were holding the human race back from warp technology. It seemed like It seemed like an extra amount of drama that just didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
But I heard that it gets better in like the third season. But by the time the third season came around, I think the UPN switched over their time slot, so I just completely lost track of it. There, I mean, there are other shows where the time slot changed, and I try to keep with it, like shows like News Radio and all that there. But for Enterprise, I guess in that particular case, it was kind of Star Trek'd out.
Yeah, that was definitely like near the end of the run where it was sort of like it had lost steam, and before they kind of got their second wind with the reboot series.
Right.
Because that was right after Voyager too, and Voyager kind of lost a lot of people's goodwill, and then it was the same team, so it's a bummer. But it seems like it's gotten a lot better now.
Yeah. But yeah, but I will say this about the reboot of Star Trek. It was desperately needed, especially after the last few films, like Nemesis and Insurrection.
It lost its wind. It kind of needed refreshing.
Yeah, it needed like a shot in the arm in that case there.
Yeah.
I thought Into Darkness was really, really horrible. But Beyond kind of put us back on track a little bit there. So I'm glad that I'm glad they're able to find more original type of stories, because it's both Into Darkness and Nemesis were pretty much rehashes of the Wrath of Khan, and I didn't really want that at all. But yeah, I'm glad that Beyond managed to set things right a bit there. So yeah. Also, there was also an issue, and I want to raise this in a video at one point, because I want to do a series of videos about time travel and all that there in movies, and how much logic or lack of it there is in movies and all that.
It's so easy to mess up time travel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so when I was thinking about what the events of what was going on, I was always unnerved by the fact that because the branching of timelines, much like in Back to the Future, the branching of timelines in Star Trek happened at a very recent point in time, considering things that happened beforehand pretty much happened the way they were supposed to be, up until the point where the Kelvin got attacked by the Armada. So things like the V'ger probe and the Humpback Whale probe are still on their way over to Earth, because I don't think the destruction of the Kelvin, or James T. Kirk not having a biological father, really changed anything in that regard there. So
so I found out what happened with the pizza.
Oh, what happened?
It'll be like another half hour. So they I guess tried getting a hold of me, but there was something wrong with my phone.
Oh, okay.
So okay. They said we had a disaster happen.
What?
They were like, no, don't worry. We just got to remake all the dough. It was a disaster with the dough. We had to throw a lot of stuff out. Like, I don't know exactly what happened.
A human hand.
Yeah.
So it's a disaster.
I'm just deadly curious about this disaster.
Too. Like, was it an explosion of dough inside of the Pizza Hut? Like, it's everywhere.
It's like the Blob, but with pizza dough.
Yeah. Have you guys seen that video? It's one of those, like, I think EFI might be the name of it. Safety training videos from like the 80s, and they are graphic as fuck.
No, I don't think so.
It's called, the name of it is Will You Be Here Tomorrow?
Jeez.
And
I was just thinking of that Mystery Science Theater one they did recently, the tracks.
Shake Hands with Danger.
This one is like, it's shorter, it's only like 5 minutes, but it is wildly more graphic.
Wow.
Like, it's bloody as shit.
Wow. This is a safety video for what?
For, like, I guess the world's most dangerous factory. Like, if you hammer the nail wrong, the nail will fly up and hit you in the eye. And so the guy's like, I mean, it's not real, like, it's special effects. So, like, it's a factory that only makes snuff films. And so it goes, Aah! And, like, one guy's arm gets caught in this twisting machine, and it twists his arm around like a fucking noodle. And so the guy's like still standing, the guy's standing there with like no arm, and like it's like rolled up, and he's still like in his work clothes later on. He's like, I'll be reminded of that day for the rest of my life. I'm like, well, like, you went back to work the next day? Like, what the hell? At one point, like, this helium tank drops, and it flies through and goes through a window and just smacks the guy in the face. Like, I thought it was going to decapitate him.
Right.
One dude gets his finger pulled off because something gets caught on his wedding ring, and it like amputates his middle finger. Like, it is really bloody and fucking hilarious. Like,
Shake hands with danger.
I don't know what this factory is. Like, they're constantly hammering shit. There's a steamroller indoors that's just driving, or just runs over this woman's foot. Like, all this blood shoots out of her foot. Like, It's called Will You Be Here Tomorrow?
Wow.
So that's one reason I went into web design instead. You know?
Like, who would ever work in this factory?
We actually do keep up a tally of like days without an incident, but our incidents are more like, you know, somebody spilled oatmeal on the floor or something else.
Or a dough disaster.
Or a dough disaster, exactly, yes.
Days without dough disaster, 0.
There seemed to actually be something wrong with my phone. Like, because when I tried calling Pizza Hut, the same thing happened as when I tried calling that one number.
Yeah.
Let me try calling that person again.
Yeah.
The number you have reached.
Because I brought my iPad. We could use Skype on there. I'd still be on your Wi-Fi though. I don't know if that would.
That might be fine.
You're having problems. Yeah.
Actually, this will be curious to see if it makes the sound go out of whack again.
Yeah. Chloe, you act like you're neglected.
She is.
She's got to stuff her head in a mug
That's still
again.
saying call failed.
Tell me, do you bleed? Yeah, I do. You will. At a code that'll bring it to you, AT&T.
Calling.
Somebody's requesting for you to pet the cat. I am allergic to cats. It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's bad enough they're crawling all over me.
No, it's because he hates
They
you,
sense
Chloe.
your fear.
Why
is it
Chloe's
failing?
being mean to you for no reason. I'm the only one that's nice to you. She's like, okay.
Let me see something.
Thank you for the comments on my laugh there. I really appreciate it.
The other week I was here and then Chloe was eating a leaf. She just found a leaf on the floor and
she
she's
eats
eating it.
everything. She eats, like, Lloyd's much bigger than she is, but she gets into everything. Like, one time I just found her in the garbage and she'll get into, like, just like empty cans, like whatever's laying out on the laying out on the table.
I don't know what this is. I need it.
She eats way more than Lloyd.
Lloyd's got a slow metabolism.
Oh, the person's calling.
Oh, there you go.
Yellow.
Hello.
Good, that works.
Hi.
Hey, is this Alexander?
Yeah, you can call me Al or Alex.
Yeah, I tried giving you a call, but I wasn't hearing anything, which kind of happens sometimes with my phone, and I have to call him back. Hey, Miss Chloe, thank you so much for the donation.
Hey,
thanks,
no
man.
problem. I've been watching your videos since, it must be like 2010, and it was just like, hey, these videos are funny, and I enjoy them very much. So
Thank you so much. I'm glad you still watch them. I'm glad I haven't gotten old.
No, you got a great business plan. You got all this great varied sort of content. I'm happy to do it.
Thank you so much. I really hope you like the movie.
Oh, dude, I am a Christian.
Yeah.
I go to church, all that kind of stuff, but I hate those movies.
Then you'll really like.
Actually, no pun intended.
You'll really like this film then.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But do you have a question for us?
The question I had it written down. I get to spell that. Here we go. Oh yeah. So you're a big fan of like all these exploitation films and horror films and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried to get Lloyd Kaufman into one of your films?
Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah, I've been in touch with him a couple of times. We interviewed him on an episode of Radiodrome, but I also hosted, like a year ago, I hosted Trauma Dance Detroit, and that was pretty fun. And whenever I could think of like a role for him, or something like that. Like, I remember at one point we were thinking about something for Jesus Bro, and maybe we still will. Maybe we'll still try to reach out to him. I know we tried reaching out to Carmen for Jesus Bro, so I'll tell that story here in a little bit. But I would absolutely flip to have Lloyd Kaufman and something. So, yeah, maybe something for Jesus Bro, or maybe something in the future.
Yeah, because he's in everything, so I
yeah.
figured, That's really cool. I don't know. Could I ask a question for Allison really quick too?
Nope, Clay.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah. So, okay, this is funny. So you guys do all these talking animal videos, all these, all these goofy, stupid movies, and I go and see this movie with some friends. Just we go see some. I don't know what it was. I think it might have been Star Trek, but that was recent. Anyway, we go and see it, and the trailers are happening like regular, and this movie trailer comes up for this thing called Rescue Dogs. And when you watch the trailer, we're watching it, it's terrible, there's no recognizable actor in it, and we're like, oh, this is one of those turn off your cell phone before the movie starts kind of previews. Real movie.
Oh, wow.
Oh. This is called Rescue Dog?
Rescue Dog. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like, it's the most cliche, it's literally, it's like these talking dogs in the Tequila Benetti style. And,
wow.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's a restaurant. It's like the evil corporation's gonna take us down, and the evil corporate overlord is literally in shadows like a James Bond villain. He's a hairless cat.
Amazing. This sounds like a good double feature with 9 lives.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
This is something that's coming to theaters, or you just saw a preview for it?
I saw a trailer for it in a movie theater.
Wow.
I don't know how this exists. It's called Rescue Dogs.
Okay.
I need to see this.
Yeah, it sounds great.
If it's talking animals, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a talking dog, even better. And I'm not even a dog person.
Rescue dogs in the doghouse.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's insane. But yeah, I mean, those are my questions. You guys do fantastic work. Seriously, you guys are the whenever either of you put up a video, it's like, oh, this is gonna be great, and it's always in food.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a million, man. And again, thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
No problem. Hey, good luck with the fundraiser and the live stream.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Did you see people, a couple of people actuallying us on 9 Lives about when we were talking about when the cat jumps off of the building at the end?
Yeah, they're like, actually, a cat would survive. It's, okay, first of all, that is the tallest building in the world in this movie's canon. The tallest building in the world.
Yeah.
Secondly, they tell us the cat died because they say it used up one of its lives. So even if cats can survive, it didn't.
I like that. Oh, I saw a cat survive a 30-foot drop.
Like, that's not 30 feet, is it?
Yeah, the tallest building in the world's a little more than 30 fucking feet, isn't it? You fucking actually.
I like the one that actually did. That was like, actually, cats wouldn't splat like that. They tuck their feet in and relax, so actually the feet would shatter underneath it. It's just the method of death was the wrong one. Like, it wouldn't splatter.
Jeez. Fuck off. Like, there was an actually comment on the Rickhead on Crystal Pepsi.
What?
About, because in that episode he talks
actually, Crystal Pepsi can fall 30 feet.
I don't even remember the Rickhead saying anything about that. And so, like, it was like how, like, the Nazis promoted Crystal Pepsi because of Crystal Nacht or something like that. And there was a thing that was like, actually, if the Nazis promoted a soda, it would have been Fanta because something German soda.
Fuck off!
I know, I responded and said, you just actually a character who thinks that Crystal Pepsi was brought back because of the Klan. For those in the chat who keep asking where Jake is, his plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan. There were no survivors, and there was much rejoicing.
It's like the Miami Connection. Oh no, Jake was on that plane.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, so the pizza should be here in like a half hour.